and welcome to another video. I am Cassie with Created by Cassie, and I am so glad that you chose to watch this video. I would like to, if this is your first time, please put this emoji down in the comments so that I can comment to you and say hello. Welcome you to my corner of the internet. And I hope you've had a great week so far. Really quickly, our mini and Sale-a-bration is going on right now. Our mini came out on January 7th, and Sale-a-bration runs from January 7th to the 28th. So any products that you buy $60 before shipping and tax, you will get a free Sale-a-bration item, which is a great deal. All right, if you haven't already, join my Sparkle and Shine Weekly newsletter. The link is in the description. I would love to have you join that. Hey, Debbie, how are you doing? All right, and then for today, we are going to be working with the Detailed Succulent stamp set. And this is a really pretty stamp set, but I will be honest, I struggled with it a lot. It took me quite a while to figure it out, but I think I got the hang of it. So let me go ahead and show you. This is the stamp set, the Detailed Succulent. The larger stamp here is a 3-step stamp. So you stamp, yes, it is cold, Debbie. It's very cold. So you stamp this first. It's the background layer. This is a little bit more detailed of a stamp. No, this is the second one. This is a little bit more detailed. So this is the first one you put down, the second one, and then the third one. So you want to go light, darker, dark on these. And this is the smaller one, and that's the same. You go dark to light. And the sentiments we have are, I'm so sorry, happiest birthday, you are on my mind, thanks, and for you. And there's also this little fun, little like texture kind of stamp that's in here. I don't know if you can see it well or not. Let's go like that and see. Got a little bit of a delay. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. All right. So this is a photopolymer stamp set, and as you can see, I have used it a lot. They are very colored. As I said, I struggled with this stamp set, but I think I kind of got the hang of it. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little rundown of how I worked with this stamp set. So let me take these off here. And what I did was I actually used, go lay down, that's my dog Dublin talking. All right, so I used, this is the most detailed stamp, so this is going to be your last stamp. So I'm going to put that on a block, and then I'm also going to put on the block, this is the, technically the second stamp. This is the first stamp that you stamp down, the second, and then the third. I ended up not using this one because I had a very difficult time getting this one to work for me. It may work better for you, but for me, I was having a challenging time with it. All right, so show you how I did this here. So I have Old Olive ink, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the detailed stamp here, which is going to be the top stamp. I'm going to tap with this, and I do need to re-ink some of my ink pads. So hopefully this is not one of them that needs to be re-inked. So I have ink on here, and I am just going to press this down, and I am using my Pearson mat here because this is a photopolymer, and it has a lot of grooves, if you can see here. So you definitely for this want to use your piercing mat. Let me see, I got kind of bright light tonight. Yeah, there you go, it's a little bit better. Hi Jen, how are you doing? So, and you can see I didn't push down quite well enough there, so let me go ahead and do that one more time. See if I can get, I just stuck my finger in it naturally. Did you guys have a good day? All right, let's see if I can push down on this a little bit better. These stamps for me were very finicky. There we go. That's a full stamp right there. So that's perfect. All right, and you definitely want to make sure that this, uh-oh. That's what happens when you put your ink pad on top of your stamp set. All right, so you definitely want to let this dry for a second before you move on. And what I'm going to do next, this is Bubble Bath ink. And I'm actually going to grab a piece of my stamp off paper here. I can grab it really quick. And we're going to use this middle. It's been a busy day. Well, that's good, Jen. Keep them busy. Hopefully you're not too cold with keeping busy. All right, so I'm going to use this second stamp. So again, I'll go over it. This is the first stamp that if you choose to use it, you can. This is going to be your complete background on there. You're going to want to do this very, very light. Then this is your middle stamp, which is going to give you a little bit more detail. So you want to go a little bit darker. And then, or no, I'm sorry, this is the second one. Go a little bit darker with this, and then this is the detailed one for the very top. The way I had to use it was I did the top detailed one first, and then, oops, I'm stamping off my stamp here. It's a day, you guys. All right, so I'm going to get that inked up with Bubble Bath. I'm going to stamp off it. Then I'm going to line up my stamp here, and I have found you do want to stamp off and then do not push very, very hard. You can kind of see just a little bit of that pink in there, sort of. Do it one more time. I found that doing it very lightly and doing it multiple times was better than putting a bunch of ink down on it. So do a little bit more and just build upon it. And also you can add, see there? You can kind of see a little bit more of that pink coming through. And this way, with doing it with a light touch, you can add as much or as little as you want. You can just continue to build upon it. You can also add different colors to it. If you wanted to go with, more than 2 colors, you could go with a different darker pink here as opposed to Bubble Bath, and kind of build upon it. But that is kind of the crux of how to use this stamp set. I do say that if, I think this one goes here. If you do get this one, or you have this one and you're playing with it, I would say definitely play with it a while. Get used to how the stamps work, and how they stamp and the different pressures that you need to push, because that for me was, I think, the hardest part, was figuring out the pressure and how much to push and when to press down on it. But I'll give you a little rundown on that. So our first card today is this card right here. How pretty is this? And of course we have our envelope here. Isn't that beautiful? My light is a little bit bright today. And this paper here is actually natural, what is it called? It's Nature's Sweetness. And we do have that out in my online store. I have had this for so long and I keep trying to use it, and I thought it worked perfect with this bundle. It gave it a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shine with the background here. And then of course our inside here is stamped, and our envelope. All right, so to get started, I have, this is Pretty Peacock, and this is the 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2 orientation. And then I have a piece of soft seafoam to put as our back here. Then I have cut a piece of the Nature's Sweetness paper. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that gold there. It's so pretty. I've cut a piece of this for back here to kind of like give it a little bit of a border. And then I've cut this piece to be our little background. Isn't that beautiful? I just love the little bit of gold that it pops in here. So what I did was I'm going to go ahead and glue down this soft seafoam. I don't know about you guys, but I love the soft seafoam with this pretty peacock. This pairing is, I wouldn't have thought of it just because I would have thought, I guess I would have thought it wouldn't match. It wouldn't go well together, but it really, really does. I was trying to figure out what colors could go together because with this set, it seemed like you wanted to do different colors together, like the pink and the greens. And so I was just experimenting all over the place with all the colors and trying to figure out what went with what. And I just loved this soft seafoam with the pretty peacock. It was just gorgeous. All right, got that down. Now, let's put this on here. I'm going to take some dimensionals here and pop this one up our front piece here. And I'm going to put quite a few because this is, let me just work with my new one here. Because this is DSP, and so it is, hey Carol, how are you doing? Good to see you. Since this is DSP, Designer Series paper, it's a bit thinner than our cardstock, so I want to make sure this is going to stay up and not collapse on me. And let's just take off these little pieces here. Hey Amy, how are you doing? All right, can I get them all? Nope. This one. Yeah, you like this one, Jen? Yeah, it's pretty. And this is a really good way to use some of that extra DSP that we have that we don't use very often. I've been trying to use this DSP. Isn't that beautiful? It's a little bit crooked, but it's okay. Get back in frame here. So pretty. All right, then what I did was I've already stamped and I fussy cut all of these. There's no die that comes with it. You fussy cut them. So this one here is Pretty Peacock with with Summer Splash. Pretty Peacock with Summer Splash. It's so beautiful together. So pretty. This one is the Coastal Cabana with soft seafoam, and that's a very light touch on the soft seafoam. It's not going to come through, I don't think, on the camera. And this one is Melon Mambo stamped off. This top is stamped off once to make it not as bright, and then on the inside is soft seafoam. So I do recommend just play around with your colors, mix and match. Even if you think that it's not going to look good, trust me, just try it. And the lighter the touch, the better. From the way that I found with this, the lighter, the better. Because you can add more, you can stamp again, but you can't take it away. So, whoops, that's not the, yeah, this one. So, no, that is the one we want to start with, this one right here. All right, so I put this one on, and I did this kind of coming off the side here. Just gonna stick this right there. Then I'm gonna put down the Melon Mambo. I'm really loving the Melon Mambo and the soft seafoam together. I wanna make sure this is gonna, Yep, right here. Yeah, I gotta watch where I put my dimensionals. Whoops. All right. This one is also gonna go partly off here. Just want to make sure you stay within the outside of the card here. Oh, so pretty. Then, all right, let's see which way I want this to go. I want this to go like this. So I'm going to put one here and here. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of nestle this down here. Let's pull it up just a touch. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? All the different colors kind of marrying together. So pretty. And now I'm just going to put a little dab of glue under this one. Just on these two bottom succulent pieces. There we go. And then what I did was I took this sentiment piece, and this is from the, I think this is the fancy, something fancy dies maybe. Is that what this one was? I think it's the something fancy dies that I used. And this is Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Pretty Peacock, and I actually used the Simply Said stamp set because I wanted, I just get particular about my sentiments, and the detailed succulent stamp set seemed a little bit more geared towards like you were on my mind and I'm so sorry, and I kind of wanted it to go more thanks, and this one was, these are just very small for what I was wanting to do. So naturally I went outside the stamp set, but the Simply Said is, to me, a must-have. I use it all the time. I love it. All right, so going to ink that up. I'm going to do it sideways here because that's usually how I can get it pretty straight for some reason. Here we go. Perfect. Put this back down. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this font with this card. It's just, it's perfect with it. All right, so easily flip that over just in case it's not dried yet. And I'm going to put a couple of these smaller side dimensionals down and take this off. Here we go. What did you guys do today? Did you guys have to work? Actually, I'm going to take this one off because it's going to go over this a little bit. There we go. Make sure that is straight. There we go. How pretty. I love all the different colors and how they just work well together. All right, so I'm going to glue this side down here just on the pink succulent just to keep it in place. And then I took these are from the Memorable Blooms. I cut these out. This is in Pretty Peacock, and I just kind of wanted something to come out of it, and there wasn't really anything in the stamp set, so I got these from the Memorable Blooms die set. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop these up. So the first one, I'm going to cut it. So I have two pieces here together. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my glue dots and my little tool here, and come on, glue dot, you can do it. Well, that one doesn't want to work. All right, let's do this one. There we go. All right, so I'm going to stick this down here at the base there, and I'm just going to nestle this down in here. And pretty much I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to hang off the side here. Get that off there. Just want to make sure it's not going to go over the side on this side here. Oh, no work for you, Carol? That's good. I didn't have work today either, which was nice. All right, so I'm going to do the same with this one and cut this one. I'm going to cut it in the same spot, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that in half so that I have these two pieces. And I'm going to do the same thing. Grab a glue dot here, stick it down, and then I'm going to stick it down in here. I might want to cut that, or maybe you can go here. Yep, you can go right there. Nice. And then I can just do another glue dot. Wow, you had all 4 grandkids? Man. Grandma to the rescue. Alright, so I got that one down, and then I'm just going to stick this one down too, down here under the sentiment. Actually on top of the sentiment. There we go. This is a fairly easy, quick card as long as you know how to do got the hang of doing the succulents. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I love it so much. Then I've already stamped our inside. I did Melon Mambo, which I stamped off once and then did the Melon Mambo. And then I did Soft Succulent, where I stamped off and then stamped on again here. So I'm gonna go ahead. I was just nervous if I stamped on camera I wasn't gonna get it correct, because I struggled with this one, but my struggle might not be your struggle. This one just might be hard for me. There we go. Oh, so pretty. And honestly, the struggle is kind of worth it because it's so pretty. It's just gorgeous. And I'm going to use, of course, the tiny bee trinkets. These are my favorite. I just bought a couple of these because I was like, I'm not going to run out. Whoops. So my trick with this, I'm going to just shake these out, and I'm going to pick one. I have my glue dot already on my tool. I'm just going to pick one that's already flipped over to the back of it, pick it up so that when I pick it up the front is already there, and I'm just going to stick him down right there, because doesn't he go perfect with that paper? Oh, he's so stinking cute. I love it so much. And that is our first card. So pretty, right? All the different colors and putting them together. Oh, it's just beautiful. This was such a interesting set to work with. But I did, for the most part, enjoy it. Definitely a challenge for me, but you know what? I like a good challenge. All right, here is card 2. And this is basically soft sea foam. My light is a bit bright today. Let me see if I can turn this one down a little bit. That's better. Here we go. All right. Isn't that pretty? So this is Mossy Meadow with Pretty in Pink on this one. And my Mossy Meadow desperately needs to be re-inked. So that's why it's super light. But I have it ordered. It just has not come in yet. Yes, I have been working hard on these. They got me. But I think I turned the corner and I, for the most part, won. In my head, at least. All right, so I have soft seafoam card base, and then I embossed this with the Distressed Tile embossing folder, which is one of my absolute favorites. I just love this folder so much. It's just really kind of like a dainty but pretty emboss that it gives it. So, and I always say if you have an embossed piece, make sure you've got glue on it, more glue than you would put on just a regular piece, because it's got to get in those grooves. All right. Yeah, the arches, of course, you know I had to use the arches. They're like my favorite. All right, that's on there. And then we have this piece here. This is actually from the Toadstools paper from the free Sale-a-bration. It's the back of it, but I thought this was just perfect for putting a succulent on. It's so pretty. I've been working with this paper so much lately. It's such a fun paper to work with, and it goes with almost everything that I've been doing lately. And again, for this, because it is DSP, I'm going to over-dimensional this. I tried not to over-dimensional it on one of the cards that I tried, and it did not work. It sunk in the middle, and you could totally tell. So I said it has to be over-dimensionaled. So get these pieces off here. So pretty. I love this paper so much. Have you guys used the Toadstool paper a lot? I'm almost through 2 packs of it. I'm gonna stick this here in the middle. See if that's, nope, that's crooked. Get this down here. There we go. There we go. And the funny thing is that when I first saw the Toadstool paper, I didn't like it. But when I got it, I got a pack of it just to see for in person, and when I got it, I was like, oh, I really like this. So I have a ton of it now. But that's going to work well for me because I keep using it. All right. Now, this is just basic white, and this is just in a smaller arch. And I'm just going to fit this here in the middle. Yep, that looks good. All right. Then, this is the Mossy Meadow. It's not stamped off, but my ink pad is not, it needs to be re-inked. So it's basically like stamping off. And then Pretty in Pink, and this one, I did not stamp off on the pink because you can really see the pink on it. And it actually worked on this one pretty good. The problem I had with it was when I stamped it full strength, it seemed to bleed out, and it kind of made it fuzzy looking, is the only way I can describe it. At least for me. And maybe it's just my ink pads have too much ink on them or something, on some of them, but most of them need to be re-inked. So it's probably a me problem. But this is how I found to be able to work with it. So I'm going to put this down here on the corner. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love those colors together. Then I did the Memorable Blooms again with the soft seafoam and then Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green in this is gorgeous. I just really, oh, it's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to snip off just a little bit. See how far. Yep, it'll go right there. So I'm going to use a glue dot. There's my little dish here. There we go. Have you guys worked with the Memorable Blooms yet? That stamp set is so pretty. Alright, then I'm going to take this one and cut it a bit more. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use a glue dot. And you could use your liquid glue for this. It just made a mess for me, so I was like, I'll go with the glue dot route, because I was getting glue everywhere. Alright, let me get this guy in here. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm just going to add an extra glue dot for this green one, the darker grainy apple, just on this little stem here. And just push him down a little bit, just so he is not going to flop around everywhere. Not pretty? I just love, because you've got the leafy right here, but you've also got it here. Oh, it's so pretty. Alright, now I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the sentiment, and the sentiment is from, nope, it's not from the Simply Said. It's from, I don't think it's from the stamp set. I don't remember which one this one was from. Was it Spotlight on Nature? Nope. Mixed Labels. I don't remember. I'll have to put it down in the description when I find out. I forget which one, because I needed a smaller one. And this is the Stylish Shapes die here, and this is in the Pretty in Pink. Alright, I'm just going to stick this on here. Make sure it's straight. There we go. Oh, the Memorable Blooms is in your next order? That's good, Debbie. It's a fun one to play with. And these pieces here, oh, they're so pretty. I think I used Memorable Blooms on almost all these cards. Isn't that pretty? I just love it so much. Then we have our card inside. So this is the same as the front, the Mossy Meadow and the Pretty in Pink. I like that combination together. And I don't know if, because my Mossy Meadow needs to be re-inked, as to why it worked so well, because it wasn't as dark as it normally would be. But it was one of the ones that came out really, really well for me. Perfect. All right. Isn't that pretty? And I used the bees again, because this is the perfect paper to use it with, or perfect card. And grab one of these that is already backwards, and I'm gonna stick him right there. Yep, he's gonna stay. And then I used the free Sale-a-bration purple adhesive back dots, and for this one I used the pink dots here, and I just did two. I did a large one up here, so I was trying to stick with three, with the bee being one of them. And you'll come here. Let's put this one right here, and that's our second card. How pretty is that? Those colors are just so fun together. Seems like a very earthy kind of card to me with the seafoam. Makes me love seafoam even more. All right. Now, card 3. You're going to be shocked because I used Memorable Blooms in it as well. This is the fancy die that comes with the Memorable Blooms. It's the, is it the octagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hexagon, octagon. And these, I actually used colored cardstock for this instead of basic white. So instead of stamping on the inside of it, I only stamped the outside. So the paper is Bubble Bath for both, and this color for the stamping is Flirty Flamingo, and this one is stamped off with Melon Mambo. And then there's no stamping on the inside because I just let the cardstock do the color for me, which I think it looks pretty that way. It's really, really nice. All right, so I've got my card base, which is Flirty Flamingo, one of my favorites. Yeah, it is a good color combination, isn't it, Debbie? All right, so I have a piece of basic white, and I did this with the plaster painting embossing folder. This is just going to go right here in the center, and I'm going to put a ton of glue on this because anytime I work with this embossing folder to glue it down, it comes up if I don't add a ton of glue because it's a 3D and it just doesn't want to stay down for me. All right, and this one's not going to go across the whole card front like the last card did. This is going to leave a border of our Flirty Flamingo. It's going to stay down this time, right? Hopefully. Push it down, keep it down. All right. Then I have this piece. This is from the Valentine paper, which is the Marbled Elegance paper. And this piece has a lot of pink on it because I prefer the pink to the red on it. And I thought it worked well with the Flirty Flamingo because it does have a touch of flirty on it. So what I'm going to do is put dimensionals on here. And again, it is DSP, so I'm going to go a little heavy on my dimensionals. And one trick I use is I flip it upside down. I flip it, right side up and push down on it to see if it's going to sink at all. And if it does, I add more dimensionals. All right, so I want this to show a little bit. So I'm going to put it, let's see, I'm going to go like this. And I want this point to be up because I didn't want it to be where it's straight here and straight at the top. I wanted to do it where it kind of looked more roundish, I guess. All right. Nope, that's not center. It's difficult. I found it difficult with this embossing folder to find the center because there's so much texture. That's going to have to do. Isn't that pretty? You've got the gold elements in it and all the different pinks. So, so pretty. All right. For this one, I actually did white cardstock, or yeah, basic white, and I put the Melon Mambo. No, that's Flirty. But this is not Flirty. Which color is this? This is Melon Mambo, but I don't know how I got it that light. Maybe I did it before I reinked my Melon Mambo. I might have done that. So yeah, because that's really light for Melon Mambo, even when I stamped off it. All right, so I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And like I said, it's for this stamp set, I think it's, you're not going to get the same each time. The way that the stamp set is designed, I think it's designed to make it look different each time. Which is nice because it makes it look kind of custom. Alright, so I'm going to stick this guy right here. Isn't that pretty? You got the little bit of gold going on. Oh, so pretty. And this is one of the small of this from the stamp set, the smaller succulent stamped. I did not use the background stamp for this particular one, but for like this one I did. And you just go super, super light on this. And this is your darker color because this is the top, and it's going to be the detailed part of your stamp. All right, and as you can see, I stamped on both sides of the paper. I was trying my best to master this stamp set. All right, whoops. All right, so those are a little pointy. Let's cut those off a little bit. I think I'm rounded. This is fussy cut, so I just kind of, I think I want it this way. Whoops, let's go this way. Actually, I stuck it on top of here. That's how I did it. Okay. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I like the two of the colors together. All right, then I took my gold gold thread. Is it it's, I don't have my package with me. I think it's gold thread. Gold. I can't remember. Gold something. It's out there on the it's on my website. All right, so I just wrapped it around a bunch of times, and I'm gonna pinch it here in the middle if I can get my finger out, twist it, cut this off, and then I'm gonna get a little piece here, and see if I can tie this. So this is the easiest way for me that I have found to get it with multiple loops. There we go. Got it. Well, I thought I had it. There it is. Just do it this way. Do you guys struggle with bows? Bows are like my nemesis. I have a hard time with them. But I did this one like really easy, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm getting better. No. All right, hold that there. This is going to go through here. All right. Come here. All right, I got it. Nice. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my glue dot so that I don't lose my knot there. Let me pull it down. And this gold thread is actually really easy to work with. Amy, you're really good at bows. I found one of the cards that you made quite a while ago for us to do at one of our meetings, and I was like, gosh, that bow is so pretty. I'm not a huge bow. I'm not very good at bows. I try. Add another glue dot here. And stick that down there. See if it's going to stay. Yep. Alright, I'm going to just cut these little tails so you can't tell. That one. And this one. A little bit bigger on one side, but that's okay. Isn't that pretty? I didn't really count how many loops I did. I just kind of did loops. Alright, now I've got this piece of from the Memorable Blooms again. And this is Peacock, Pretty Peacock. And it's just going to stick down here. So I'm just going to grab a glue dot here and stick it on the back and then stick it down in here. I like it off that Melon Mambo right there. Stuff down right, yep. Not pretty? It looks so different than this one because of the color on the background. So pretty off that Melon Mambo. All right, and this one is the Stylish Shapes, and then the Just a Note is from the Go To Greetings, and I actually had to stamp it and then cut it out because I could not get it straight to save my life. It just wasn't working for me. So I went ahead and already stamped it because I had to stamp it and then cut it out and use tape on it because, man, it was not working. All right, stick that side down. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I like this card a lot. It's so pretty. And then we have our inside, and this is Melon Mambo. And I think I actually used Melon Mambo on the inside as well. So that's what it looks like. I was going all over the place with the colors, guys. I was working my tail off trying to get it. Hi, Kristen. How are you doing? Hope you had a great day. All right, so I'm going to stick that here. And now we get to embellish. And I was excited that I thought of this. I finally got to use some of my hearts here, the adhesive backed hearts. I've had them and I keep saying I'm going to use them, and then I don't use them. So I used this here. I did like a little stagger with them. You can come here. Thank you. Go like that, and then I did another big one here and a small one kind of that way. And you know I used the bees. The bees are my favorite. If they ever go like they're gonna retire them, I'm gonna get all the bees. All right, and then I stuck him over here. Actually, let's put him on the pink so you can really see him. Oops, I got the glue dot out there. There we go. And that is our third card. Isn't that pretty? And it's a different take with the colored cardstock instead of the white cardstock. You can kind of see the difference between it here. It's really, really pretty. All right, and I have a bonus card. This I think is my favorite. Look at this. This is Summer Splash, and it's just gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's got all different colors. This was the one that I was like, I want to showcase different colors of how you can put all the colors together, as I should know since I put tons of colors together. All right, so we have our Summer Splash here, and let me go ahead and burnish so it doesn't get on my nerves. There we go. And this again is the plaster painting embossing folder. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I just love how 3D it is. Like it's like super texture, extra texture. And I surprised myself because I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it came with whatever suite it comes with when I got it, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just play with it and see. And I ended up really liking it. All right, this one is Melon Mambo with seafoam, soft seafoam, and this is on white, basic white. This is Peacock, and I think this is Pool Party. for these. This is Melon Mambo and Petal Pink. It gives a kind of an orange color, which was interesting to me when I put those two together, because I didn't think Petal Pink had orange, but it does. And then this is Old Olive with Pool Party. All kinds of colors in this one. And we're gonna pop all of these up on dimensionals. And then we'll just nestle all these little ones right next to them. All right, so I'm gonna stick this guy right here in the middle. Let's see, how do I want it? I think I want it like this. Yep. All right, then I'm gonna kind of lay this out so I know kind of where I need to put these guys. And then this one, oh wait, you go here. Yeah, like that. And then this and this. All right, kind of so I can get an idea of what I'm doing. All right. And I did 2 dimensionals on these just to make sure that they didn't get crunched. So I'm gonna stick this, let's go on this side with this one. And with this embossing folder too, I found that it was not quite as flat because of the texture on the embossing folder, but I actually kind of liked that because it gives it something a bit different than height-wise. Hi Nita, how are you doing? Alright, so I'm just going to stick this guy. Let me go under. I just want to make sure that I'm not going over the edge of the card so we can get it in an envelope. Although if you do go over the edge, you can always snip part of it off. I just didn't want to do that with the pretty flowers. All right, and this one here, let's see, we might have to cut him. Let's go this way. Nope. All right, I'm gonna snip a little off here. See if I can get him to be nice. Yep, there we go. And then we're just going to do the same thing to the other side. Kind of mirror it a little bit. Oh, good, Debbie. Hope your team wins. I guess it's Ohio State. Yeah, you're rooting for Ohio State. Hopefully they win. I'm going to guess that's football. I'm not sure. I'm not a, are you guys into sports? You can kind of tell here I'm not. Because I'm not sure what sport that is. But I'm going to guess it's football. Because I think that's what sport's going on right now. Maybe. Alright, and this is the green. Let's get this guy here. Let's nestle him there. And then our Petal Pink. Oh yeah, college football. Okay, good. Thanks, Amy. Keep me straight over here. Oh, the national championship is tonight. Oh, that's nice. That's exciting. All right. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? Kind of like a whole little line of pretty succulents. All right, now I'm just going to nestle some of these, if I can get them, leaf pieces within here from the Memorable Blooms. And see, this one I cut again. Cut that, and then I'm going to cut you right here. And this one's going to go behind our sentiment, which is, this is from the Spotlight on Nature dies. I've been using these dies a lot lately too. They're so pretty. All right, so again, from the Simply Said stamp set, I'm going to use the little hello, and I'm going to use my Old Olive, which is like my only green that doesn't need to be re-inked. I have a huge order with re-inkers coming sometime soon. Hasn't shipped yet. Alright, so I'm just going to stamp this right in the center here. And this is soft seafoam cardstock with, well, maybe it does need to be re-inked. It's going to make a fibber out of me. This one looks good. This one's not as vibrant. But I think I have, yeah, I have the Old Olive re-inker already. Alright, so this one I'm going to also pop up with dimensionals. I'm going to use 2. And I'm going to stick this down here. And that soft seafoam really pretty off the Summer Splash. Oh, it's gorgeous. These colors. Like random colors, but they work. Alright, so I'm going to grab a glue dot, stick it on the back here, and stick him down here. Do the same with this one. I had a lot of fun with these leaves, because I kept thinking, gosh, my cards look kind of sparse without like leaves on them, and this made it perfect. I'm going to pull this guy up here. There we go. So you can see him. And then this big guy back here, I'm going to put 2 glue dots on him so he doesn't go anywhere. There we go. Nice. And then I'm just going to set this, get down, Dublin. Alright, I'm going to get him down here. And if you're new, Dublin is my dog, one of my 2 dogs. And he always wants to be held. But I can't hold him right now. Isn't that pretty? And it gives it a little bit of movement, keeping some of it up and not gluing it down. Then we are going to glue our inside. They're basic white, and that I stamped our small succulent on. There we go. So pretty. I really like Summer Splash. It's a really pretty color. And then I used the purple adhesive back dots, if I can get them here. They want to stick to other things. And for this one I used the, I guess they're white, but they're kind of like iridescent. They look white, but they kind of have a little bit of pink and purple kind of coming out of them. And I just used 3 of them to give it a little bit of shimmer. Let's go here. Oh, isn't that pretty? And that is our bonus card. So, so pretty. All right, let me show you all the cards that we made tonight. So we've got these 2, and this was our first one. I think I stuck the other one. Yep, it's right here. You guys have a favorite? I also created a different, for this one, I created it in a different color. So this is a pink version of it. So it's interesting that you can change your colors and it actually changes the card. But it's like I flip-flopped. I went from the pink on the inside to the green on the inside. But I wanted to point that out because if you just reverse your colors, it makes it look like a whole brand new card. So much fun. I still think this one's my favorite, but I don't know. They're all so pretty. So pretty, so different. All right. My next live is going to be next Monday on the 27th at 6:30. And I'm going to be working with a Darling Dino set. And spoiler alert, it's cute. It's going to be, you're going to want to join. The cards so far are coming out really, really cute. And I can't wait to show you guys. So if you're not already, make sure to follow me on all my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I also have my email list. All of it is linked down in the description. You can also send me an email at createdbycassie23@gmail.com if you have any questions, or send me a message through either Facebook or Instagram. And if you enjoyed this video tonight, please make sure to put this emoji right here down in the comments so that I can thank you for watching all the way till the end. And thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.